It's never that simple. Like I've had H3 on my pod. I don't
I've
agree
seen
with
you've been
everything
saying that a lot, right?
Yeah,
It's true.
I've had Hasan. I've had H3. I don't agree with
Because you know the
everything
real
they say.
reason why they do that? For views.
Drama, yeah. Drama, views.
Like,
like this is the wildest take, because it's like, no, man, I believe what I'm saying. Why the if I didn't believe what I was saying, I would just say the comfortable The comfortable is what gets plays. What gets clicks and what gets plays is literally just reinforcing the same that your granddad believed, that your dad believed, that most people believe, because that is what the systems have taught people.
They act like they're...
And I said that on the pod with Ethan. I said, each side does the same thing. It's like you rally your audience against the other side, and then it gets you views, and then they go, yeah, you're cool. And then the other side says, you, but then your audience goes like, yeah, that's us.
They won't admit that, though.
No, but I said that on the pod.
Yeah.
That's just the truth.
That is the truth.
He did not admit it. He just said, yeah, you're right. I mean, everyone is doing the same thing. Now, right and wrong are two completely different things, but at the same time, like right and wrong could also be perceived in different lights from different sides. So it's just like, you can never say, this is just it, I'm right. And I just like to have those conversations. I don't have to agree with everyone. So I wouldn't say I'm an Asian. I'd say I'm like trying to figure shit out. And I don't even think you can.
There's certain can't say.
That's the thing that I think about.
Thinking about it. Like, it's just more like we don't conform to it.
But would you ever be that guy that tweeted or was like...
Somewhere along the way throughout history, they told young white dudes they can't say slurs no more, and just all hell broke loose, dude. We will just never be able to get rid of this as like a political motivation. It's just like, it's frustrating. Yes, dude. Yes. People are really fucking annoying, okay? And people are not empathetic to dumbassery, all right? People are not very charitable. I think the main problem is we're just not charitable ever, okay? We're not. We're not. You say something that's well-intentioned, people literally, even if you like wrote it mathematically in the most like politically correct way possible, people are still going to find a way to just derive the worst possible outcome out of that. They do it all the time. The left does it, the right does it, everybody does it. It's like our permanent position. We have antagonistic experiences. We have an antagonistic worldview against one another, okay? That's just how it is, and the internet makes it worse. And I think the other part of that is that people want to firmly be within pre-designated boundaries so that they do not get misconstrued, and they at least have a team to rely on. They have a side to rely on, okay? That's it. So you're like, oh, I'm a leftist. So when Hasan's a leftist and he makes a joke about like something being gay, you understand that because he's progressive, that like he most likely is not being homophobic, right? But like if a Nelk boy makes a joke like that, well then you're like, okay, well yeah, maybe that's a little homophobic, you know? But it's also on top of that, completely about like how people like you or whatever, you know? How people are, how interested people are in seeing you in a charitable way. Do you understand? Here's a good example. I made a tweet about Aiden Ross and Andrew Tate that blew up. It went viral. It was like the power bottom, like the come hungry power bottom tweet, right? And basically, like there were people who were saying like you should not know these words, or like that you saying this is actually f***ed up. Like there were people who were mad. You know too much for a straight man, that sort of thing. And people were like, some people were just like very upset about it, right? People were very upset about it. They think being held accountable for bigotry is being attacked by the Matrix is fucking weird. I mean, there's so many components that's like really fundamentally flawed and broken about that concept. Because if there is such a thing as Matrix, the Matrix, you're basically talking about like cultural hegemony. And cultural hegemony is slanted in a right-wing way because we live under a capitalist organization of the economy. Yeah, bald power bottom takes on service top otter. And like some people were mad at that because of course they were, because it went outside of the intended audience. Okay? People are charitable to conservatives, not you. That's why you think this is the main problem. They have ill intent, you don't. If we're talking about cultural hegemony, it's not going to have a left-wing slant. No matter how much you think a couple like liberal washed sentiments here and there in social media or in like your consumption is going to come across as like more open-minded or whatever. Ultimately, it's not. it's not actually, as a matter of fact, leftist or progressive. These corporations are not leftist or progressive. It's just stupid. That's why they get caught on that, and they assume that like the content that they consume and the values that they espouse in that content that they're consuming is actually the real demonstration of what society's attitude is, what they're trying to reinforce. When in fact it ultimately is nothing. It's just another way to sell you shit. Okay? It's dumb. It's stupid. Let's move on.